So let's talk about cleanup and the supplies that you need to have readily available to get your palette cleaned up and your brushes. So I have some paper towels here, and these are the lint-free blue paper towels. They cost just a little bit more, but if you're needing to actually wipe on the surface of your painting, you're going to want lint-free paper towels. Otherwise, just regular white paper towels are fine for the rest of your cleanup process. So here I have Murphy's Oil soap, and this is actually the spray bottle kind. And so I have a little container. You can either use a baby food jar, or you can use a little tennis ball that's been cut in half. And so I'll just grab a paintbrush here. And so when you have a dirty paintbrush, this makes it easy to spin your brush around without damaging the bristles. And so you can really work that Murphy's Oil soap up into the bristles. You can also let your brushes sit. If they kind of get a little bit dried out, you can let them set overnight in a little bit of Murphy's Oil soap, and it kind of like, it does a really good job of kind of loosening up the paint in the brush. Now, if it's been dried on there for quite a while, you're not going to be able to clean it, but if you let them sit out a little too long during the day, you can probably clean them up with some Murphy's Oil soap. So I always work the brushes really good with the Murphy's Oil soap, and then I'll use just regular dish soap, and I'll lather it up and I'll wash the brushes really good. And so those things are important. It's important to have good brush care to avoid the frustration of sitting down to paint one day and you realize that your brushes are stiff as a board. It's kind of frustrating. So the next thing is just some razor scrapers. Here's a couple of different kinds here. This one actually does not have a blade in it, but this one retracts down into the handle. And here we have another type of razor scraper. You can tell it's been used quite a bit. And so this is what I use for cleaning up my glass palette. So my method for cleaning my palette is just scraping off the paint, the big chunks of paint with a palette knife, throwing that in the trash, and then I can rub a little thinner on it, scrape it up, wipe it off with a paper towel, and then my palette's clean. So that's why I like the glass palettes. So there are your cleanup supplies.